plastic in the world today is that insufficient amount of it is actually recycled. People don't value plastic at the end of its life. It's a nuisance material, it's a problem material. By 2050, the expectation is there'll be more plastic in the world's oceans than there are fish. Now, quite frankly, I don't want to live in a world that looks like that. And so our purpose in life, if you like, is to make sure that their predictions are wrong.
So we now have the means to take residual waste plastic and convert that into a pure hydrocarbon commodity that can be used just as any other hydrocarbon feedstock that is currently being drilled from the ground.
I'm Adrian Griffiths. I'm the CEO of Recycling Technologies. Our ambition is to turn what's currently waste plastic into a valuable material that we call Plaxx.
So the ultimate goal of the company is to take residual waste plastic and bring it into the circular economy, thus reducing the use of virgin fossil fuels, reducing the pollution in the atmosphere caused by the incineration of plastic, and getting full circularity into plastic, which at the end of the day is also a very useful product.
Clearly, when we looked at this problem originally, we were looking for a process. And so, there was a big eureka moment one day when we actually got what we call the Mark II rig, which is actually a laboratory sort of scale rig. And we put plastic in the one side, waste plastic, and out came Plaxx. And so that was fantastic because we had a process. Now the question then comes is, how do you put that process out into the marketplace? The idea that we had was, wouldn't it be great if you could actually take a refinery type process and shrink it down to a machine and take those machines to the plastic. So you take the solution to the problem, not try to bring the problem to a solution.
Our technology has its roots in cracking processes which have been around in industry for many years. What we do is we actually separate the carbon bonds, and we're able to take those materials that come off as a vapour, and then because they've got different boiling points, we're able to condense them at different temperatures to produce the different products.
And so they went from crude oil and they went through a process and they actually created very long hydrocarbons. What we're doing is reversing that process and bringing them back to the short hydrocarbon chains that are associated with oil.
So the markets we're at are actually very, very large indeed. We have at one end the wax market, we can supply into that market. We then have the worldwide heavy fuel oil industry, and we can supply both for industrial usage and also for marine usage, as we have very low sulfur.
Moving on, it's actually possible to also create a very light product. And this is the product with very short chains, which could be polymerized back to make plastic again.
Our objective is to make sure that we do something better with end-of-life plastic than simply burying it or burning it. By transforming it into Plaxx, that makes it a valuable material. So ultimately, you can now say that it is possible to make virgin quality plastic with recycled content.